Alrighty, guys. I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys Fairy Tale. I almost forgot the name of the show. Episode 307? Yes, 307. I'm really off my game. Alright, guys. So, just so you know, I'm a little bit tired, although I think I should be okay for this reaction. I took a shower right before this, like immediately. Like, my hair is still a little damp and stuff. Might not be able to notice because I don't have much hair. But regardless of that, I've just been kind of busy recently doing personal stuff, not anything like really important. So I put off recording this video until way later in the night than I normally do. Obviously my own fault, but like I said, I showered. I feel pretty awake right now. I should be good, and Fairy Tail's usually pretty hype, so I should be really into it. But yeah, guys, I actually so much has been going on that I almost forgot what happened. I actually had to really think about it. But we had the battle starting. We had Guildarts beating God Serena, and then we had some other matchups being shown, and then we had like the rest of the episode was mostly the Ice Guy versus Gray and Juvia. They are currently connected together with the Ice Guy's like weird like mind manipulation kind of magic, and it's gonna force them to kill each other. Or one of them's gonna kill the other one to get loose or whatnot. And Juvia, it ended with Juvia like threatening to take her own life, which I claimed in the last episode was BS and not actually gonna happen because it's Fairy Tail. Let's be honest. But regardless of all that, I'm really looking forward to this episode. It should be a lot of fun, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? Alrighty, so for you full lengthers, we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I keep saying mm-hmm, and yeah, my bad. Oh, that didn't happen before. Didn't she, like, was she about to kill herself? Or did this happen before? Damn. Hmm. It's a pretty cool shot. Huh. Alright, that's right, I'm not watching this intro. But I like the song, I forgot about this. Oh. So, I guess only you full-length folks will hear this, but I did accidentally forget to talk about, Gray's dark side thing going on in the last episode. This beginning part reminded me of that. I meant to mention it in the discussion, but I forgot. But basically, I just feel like we're probably gonna have a fight between Gray and Natsu in the end, but I feel like it's not gonna be like to the death. But who knows? I feel like maybe Gray will snap a little bit and go after Natsu, but then like somewhere in the fight he'll start getting like memories of like when he was with Natsu as a kid and they fought as a kid, you know, and all that, and he'll like come back to his senses. That's my guess. That's how I could see it playing out. I meant to talk about that before, but apologies. Alright, we are almost done. I always want to bring it up like right at the end because I don't want to miss anything, but I don't want to get spoiled by a little bit of the end. Okay. Oh, this is past stuff, I'm guessing? Oh. Yeah. Oh. The episode title is Gray and Juvia. Interesting. Hmm. So is this the cliffhanger then? Didn't we see this part? Right here. Yeah. So they just gave us a little bit of more info going on. Jeez. That looks pretty awesome. Damn. No, Juvia. Oof. There was blood. But is she's not gonna... I have no faith. No faith that Fairy Tail will actually kill a... Oh no, Gray stabbed himself too? Damn. Wow. So they're both thinking the exact same thing. And there's definitely no way they're killing Gray and Juvia. Hmm. That's a lot of blood. You're not gonna get me this time, Fairy Tail. I don't believe him for a second. Could it be fake to make him take that off? Somehow? I'm trying to think if they have a way to fake that much blood. Because we know that Gray can make ice clones of himself, but I don't think he can make blood like that. He's still alive. What? What? Whoa. I'm getting chills because I'm actually... Fairy Tail, please don't. Poor Gray. They did the same exact thing with Gagio, though, and then Gagio came back. So it's like so hard for me to trust this, right? Forget Juvia. I really like Juvia's character, like, all throughout the story. So I really don't want her to be dead. Yeah. Yeah. Because that was the anniversary of Ur's death, right? So he wasn't in a very good mood. Yep, but then he went back for it. I remember this episode. God damn it. Great buns! I'm actually getting pretty emotional rewatching all this, though. Even though I don't trust Fairy Tale that she's dead. Yeah. Yeah, that was like right before the battle, right? I think. Yeah. Earlier this season. I think there was another scene that was from earlier this season as well. Hmm. They're just gonna leave us hanging there, aren't they? This guy didn't see Greyway get up, so that's good. Oh, is it Gray? Oh, he's pissed. Oh, okay. Even if Juvie is alive, I'm okay just because I want to see Gray this angry right now. God damn it. Hmm. Yeah. I kind of talked about this a little bit. Yeah, so it's pretty much like I said, she's neutral. She doesn't want to kill Fairy Tale, but she doesn't want to go against Alvarez, so she's right in the middle. Oh, you and only you. Okay, so she's gonna go against the other people. Damn. Ah. Demaria is there. I think that's her name. Hmm. You don't know the power of friendship. Hmm. Adil versus Lasana and Elfman. Yeah, Elfman. Secret art closing my eyes. Alright. So we're getting all the fairy tale people losing. Or I guess all the people in the battle, not just fairy tale, sorry. And I have a feeling we're gonna see a big turnaround soon. We're gonna get some hype music. Juvia. Well, there's not quite 12 anymore. Oh, this is what I was been waiting for. Hope you didn't need those glasses, bud. Oh, yes. Ooh. Glowy eye. You look scared, too. Like, armor. Yeah. Damn. Damn, he's just going all out, just pushing right through. Is Gray cracking or the ice? Okay, I think it was just the ice. Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. So Gray's gonna start the comeback for all Fairy Tale now, and we get someone not to talking. Damn. That easy. I think, anyway. Maybe he'll get back up, but that seemed like a finisher. Aw, a little bit tears. Damn. Nineheart? Yep. Yeah, he's still like, I don't know what's going on with him. Augmentation. Okay, she used her magic on him. Damn. Oh, damn. She can't even use her magic on him. Yeah. Damn. He got some cuts on him there. Just, uh, that's the power of friendship. Yeah, dude, no kidding. I knew Fairy Tail would do this. So it's not really a surprise. Yeah. It ruins all like the emotion that we spent like half the episode seeing, but oh well. It was worth it to see Gray so pissed. Hmm. Is this what's gonna cause Gray to fall to like the dark side kind of thing? Yeah, he's still trying to put. Yeah. Is he gonna tell him right now? Yo. Damn. He knows now. Shit. Alright. Uh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. A very mellow outro song, but I say that every single time. I apologize every time I say it, but I enjoy it. I say that every time, but I do. It's because there's a week between episodes that I watch that sometimes I'll forget how much I like the songs. I'm so used to when I listen to music on my own time, I'll listen to the same song like 2 or 3 times a day. Maybe not in a row, but I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm in the mood for that song, and I'll listen to it. And then, like, before I go to bed, I'll listen to it once, and maybe sometimes, another time or something. But you guys know what I mean. But I'll do that every single day, and it'll get worn out over time. But when a lot of these anime that I watch for my channel, I only see them once a week, and every time it's like, oh yes, that's right, this awesome song. Do, 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 do. Alrighty, guys. So that is the end of episode 307. That was a very good episode. Once again, I knew Juvia wasn't gonna die. I mean, they could have done it. I wasn't like, I just didn't realize. I mean, I knew that they could have had a healer that came. I thought maybe poor Lucica or Wendy. I didn't say it out loud, but I thought Wendy was doing her own thing and all tuckered out and stuff. So I didn't think she was going to make it. So I thought there was like a very small possibility maybe this time they'd finally kill someone. But for the most part, majority of the episode I knew. I did start to get a little emotional though, getting chills and other things during those scenes. They get me every time with that stuff. But, obviously it was the exact same thing they did for Gagio when he came back. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that they're not going to kill off any Fairy Tail members, except for maybe at the very, very, very end, they might do something, but I still highly doubt it. I think they really want to end the show on like a high note based on the way they're going, because if they wanted to end it on a low note, they could have killed Gagio, they could have killed maybe even Levy too. They both could have died in that scenario. They could have killed Juvia here. I think we had some other death scares too, possibly. We had Loxus being very close with his whole Bane particle poisoning and stuff like that really affected him this season. So it really could have, they could have darkened the show up a lot, but since they haven't taken advantage of any of these like setups that they've made, I don't think they're going to throughout the whole, like, the rest of the season, and that's fine. I'm a little bit against the baiting, but like I've said a million times already, it's typical Fairy Tail stuff at this point, so it doesn't bother me, and I just don't get as emotional as I would be. Like, if this was any other show where they would actually kill a character off, after all this time, I probably would have been in tears or nearly in tears about this Juvia scene because I really, really like Juvia. She's been with the story for so long, and I honestly think Juvia is top tier of my, like, if I were to list off my favorite characters on, one hand's worth of characters, so 5 characters, Juvia is within that 5 characters, I think. She's just so much fun every time she's on the scene or on the screen. She makes me laugh. It's very much enjoyable. Some of the stuff she does is over the top, but that's what we love about her, right? But man, so that was a big part of the episode. We had confirmation with the whole Brandish thing where I was pretty much right that she's just gonna stay neutral this whole time, for the most part. A little less neutral than I thought. I thought she was just gonna, like, take Natsu and Lucy and get them away from there, and then she was just gonna, like, not leave, but stay on the outside of all of it, right? But apparently she was just saving them, and she was still gonna go after the other Fairy Tail members. That's what it sounded like, anyway. So she wasn't as neutral as I thought. She's leaning a little bit more towards the Alvarez side. But, I understand her predicament, and I can understand why she's doing it. Alvarez, is her home. It's, the people she's been with all her life, or most of her life, anyways. And then, she has this other person who's just someone that you used to know, essentially, like a family friend, probably not even as much of an attachment to them as, like, August and stuff like that is for her, so, she feels like she's indebted to Lucy, but I don't think she really has any feelings of, like, I, really like this person, see him as, like, a true, like, family member or a true friend and stuff like that, so I completely understand her situation, for sure. But going back to the whole Juvia thing, the one thing that I said throughout the episode was I was okay with it because of getting to see Grace so angry, It's always fun when you see a character that's relatively level-headed. like Gray sometimes, will start yelling and stuff like that and get really loud, but he never gets like extremely angry like that, or not often. And when you see a character like that get that angry, with the veins coming out and everything, and just overpowers his opponents with sheer emotions, right? Because like Gray was getting decently stomped before, and then all of a sudden he, beat the guy with nearly his bare fist up until the point where he put the armor on, and then he utilized the guy's like own ice from the armor to cause even further damage and finish him off. But that was really that. It's always really fun to see stuff like that. I love it, and in all the motivational stuff in between, like whenever it cut back to Natsu and he was like, you underestimate how strong we are, or whatever he said. I know it wasn't that, but it was something like that he was saying. And then it cuts back to Gray just demolishing the guy. I love that sort of thing. I'm a sucker for it. There are some people I know of, like I have friends that say that kind of stuff doesn't get to them, but it sure as hell gets to me. I absolutely love it. Every single time Natsu comes on and he's doing his motivational, like, I don't care if you say I'm not strong enough, because I just have to be strong enough, And then he just goes and does it. It's fantastic. It's the best part of Fairy Tail for me. And most memorable moments are, whenever Natsu really pushes through, gains that little bit extra strength and everything, and defeats the final boss. I mean, I know it's not that didn't happen this episode, but the same thing with the like the Arachion Seis when he defeated Brain. That was like another, big moment. Big moments like that. Whenever Natsu's just put up against, same with back at the Tower of Heaven with, shoot, why can't I remember his name? Jalal. When he defeated him there too. Obviously he has some help sometimes from, either magical flames or eating the lacrima crystal, that made him sick but also gave him power, or same with the fight against Hades, which was very much a team effort, but Natsu still was like pretty badass with his, lightning, fire, dragon mode, and he did that friggin' roar that went like by the whole island or through the whole island. I don't know, but it was a massive roar. It was huge, and that all that stuff, like all of that, is just so awesome to see, And usually it's accompanied by Natsu giving an emotional speech, which is what ties in those big attacks to what he says. He's always saying like, charging in for like the final punch, and he's like, it's not what we can do, it's what we have to do, or whatever, stuff like that. Oh, so good. What else is there to really say this episode? We got a little bit of development from the other teams that are fighting, but it was mostly just them losing, right? We didn't really get anything other than them just taking a few hits, it seems like, and things not looking good for them. But I assume that's going to turn around now. Because that's exactly what I said during the episode, is these little speeches that Natsu gives is usually the turning point. We get some, badass fairy tale music, and all of a sudden you see, like, we cut to each character, and they, like, pull out their, last bit of power that they're going to use to defeat the guys, and stuff like that, and then we slowly see them go one by one, taking them out. So that'll be cool to see. I'm guessing that's what's going to be coming up next here. But yeah. Oh, I guess the rest of the episode was just a lot of flashback because of the whole Juvia fake death thing. I guess, so I mentioned it during, I'll touch on this a bit. I mentioned it during the intro, so it's probably going to be cut out for anybody that is watching this on YouTube. The full-length people got to see this, but I talked about the dark side of Gray a bit. That was something that I forgot to talk about last episode, and it was touched on again this episode before the intro, and I that's what reminded me about it, right? So, I think, basically my thoughts on it is I do see where Gray could fight Natsu in the long run, right? Like, maybe the final thing in the series, but what I said during the intro was I don't think it's going to be to the death or anything like that, like they're hyping it up to be. What I think is going to happen is they're probably going to fight, they're probably going to throw some punches that might get a little serious here and there, because Gray might, fall to the dark side a little bit, like learning all this and everything, but I think that Gray will get some flashes of memories back when, him and Natsu sparred. Especially once they start crossing blows, it'll really trigger those memories. And he'll realize that Natsu isn't this, like, big, evil, horrible demon like he thinks it is. It's just, like, essentially, like, it's really Zeref that Gray should have a beef with, right? Like, the only reason Gray wants to take out E.N.D is because that's his dad's final goal. But his dad didn't even know E.N.D. I don't think his dad even knew that Natsu was E.N.D, right? So, I think if his father was still alive, he'd say, oh, Natsu's like a cool dude, no problem, right? The big problem here is Zeref. Granted, killing Zeref kills Natsu. I have a feeling there's either going to be a way around that or something in the end as well, right? Like, I think either they're going to kill Zeref and somehow Natsu's going to live through some kind of, like, janky system, or they're not going to kill Zeref, but they're going to have a way to render him, like, immobile or something, like maybe in the Lacrima that, what's-her-face was in? Mavis was in. Maybe something like that can be done to him and just seal him away forever. And that way Natsu can live. I don't know. But I definitely don't see Natsu dying because they have to kill Zeref, right? So, whatever they have to do, it would still allow Gray to kill Zeref, which Zeref is the one that created all the demons, which created, Deliora, which killed his parents initially. It also created the necromancer guy that brought his dad back and put him through all that suffering. So all of it really falls on Zeref. So, not sure why Gray is so adamant about going after E.N.D, other than his dad's final wish, which, like I've already said, is, ends up being someone that his father didn't even really know and isn't really evil. So, I don't know. I just have a feeling that Gray is going to come to his senses before it comes to one of their deaths. Like, I don't think they're going to end this show with either Gray winning and Natsu dying, or Natsu winning and Gray dying. I think they're somehow going to come to a conclusion with this whole thing, with his emotions, the parties have a nice little sparring match, but yeah, which leads me to my next point, which is the end of the episode, which we got to see Gray finding out about Natsu being E.N.D, which I could honestly see Fairy Tail going two ways with this. One way is going to be against what I've already predicted, but I could actually see it happening, where Gray quickly is like, oh, Natsu's E.N.D? Well, that just saves me a fight. I don't have to kill him now. I don't think it's going to go that way, because that's a very anticlimactic, answer to this. But it'd be very comical, and I could see the comical side of Fairy Tail doing that. But then there's also the other way, where Gray gets, evil and angry, and, maybe right here, talking to this guy makes him fall to the dark side a bit, learning this, out of the blue. So, and then they end up fighting, and everything that I said before goes the way I said it. But yeah, and also I wonder if this fight could actually happen, because if it goes the way I said it and they end up just sparring a bit essentially, and Gray realizing that he's wrong for his feelings, I'm not sure if, because if it goes that way, then this could happen before the Zeref big fight, so I'm not sure how all that's gonna go down, but yeah, pretty cool stuff, guys. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun. I just got done talking about all my thoughts about it. I don't think there's really anything else. I mean, I can skip through the episode real fast here at the end of the video. Because a lot of it is just flashbacks, right? Like almost halfway in, yeah. We're like, yeah, almost exactly halfway into the episode just when the flashbacks end. But yeah, Gray walking in super angry. We saw that. Talked about the Brandish stuff. Demaria stuff. I mean, I could talk about it, but there's not much there. She's just angry and thinks she's betrayed her. Got caught up with all the other people which talked about. Gray being badass, punching this guy in the face. I mean, this is the Nineheart thing, but he kind of just came in. We already knew he was looking for Urza. We learned that it was augmentation magic that was used on him. That's why his eyes turned black by Lady Irene. Apparently made him stronger, but Natsu beat him in a couple punches anyway, so maybe he'll get back up, but, you know, I'm not sure. Also, I guess I'll make this prediction. I'm wondering if since he got knocked out, will the other ghost guys disappear? Maybe that'll be part of Fairy Tail's turning point, right? Natsu punched this guy in the face, and now next episode, we're gonna see the people that they were going up against, which was, what did we see? We saw the guy they called an alchemist, Wall, fighting. Who else do they have up? I know they have more than just that, but I'm not sure we saw them this episode. Because Agiel's still alive. We saw him. Oh, the Bane Particle guy. He's back as well. So we might see them vanish. And then that might be part of, like, the turning point, right? Because maybe the guy lost focus after Natsu took him out. I don't know how his power works. Maybe once they're summoned, they don't go away unless they, you know, get defeated on their own. Who knows? But that's my theory for that. That'll be part of the turning point, potentially. But yeah, I mean that pretty much sums up everything that happened this episode. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. I really look forward to the next episode. And yeah, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can hit that subscribe button, or you can also go into the description where there's Patreon, where you can get some nice little benefits for supporting me. Whereas you can get full-length versions of the episode, where you can watch the entire episode with me uncut. And then there's also early access, where you can see it early. All those things definitely help out me and the channel and everything, so we can improve how we do things here, and maybe get some more shows going in the future as well. And I very much appreciate everyone that supports me, and anyone that, you know, might in the future. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.